Don't worry, you have a demon hunter next to you.
Ah, that's true.
Tanjiro will save you.
Tanjiro will save
Dale
you. Even if you
putazos,
become,
Tanjiro.
even if you become one yourself.
Dale putazos, Tanjiro.
Yeah.
Tú no, porque tú sí eres demon.
You turn her around. It's like you face the other way.
Yeah. He's like, why are we talking about scary things? It's not even October. Save that for like next.
No, I'm not. Fuck that shit.
Rick, why are you so scared, bro?
I'm really fucking. Give me a fucking beer.
Okay, hold on. Let me. Welcome everybody to the Unqualified Gurus Scary Podcast.
Mm-hmm.
This one first.
Yeah.
Then.
No, the other.
Dude, Rick's like scared of the beard right now. Look, he's shaking.
It's cold.
So we were talking about scary stuff before the episode started,
Mm-hmm.
and then I went and I hit record on his camera, and I walked over there, and I heard a little. I was like, "What the fuck?" I walked back, and I go, "Oh, I stopped recording," and I thought maybe like the power cable went off, but the whole switch flipped.
It was a ghost.
I don't want to talk about. Next topic.
Pinche Rick, bro. What did you bring to the podcast room? Now everybody who's like watching just randomly hit the like button.
Even like the grooves on this can feel awesome.
It does feel cool.
Yeah.
It's called Crown Royal. Oh, it's the Crown Royal.
It's just Crown and Coke.
Shout out Crown Royal sponsors.
Mm-hmm.
Was that the thing they released not too long ago?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, look at that. Look at
That's
that.
good.
Crown and Coke is my go-to.
Oh yeah, that shit spanks.
Yeah. Always. Yeah, but welcome back, ladies, gentlemen, MBs, everybody. Everybody's welcome here. Except for Rick sometimes. Sometimes it pisses me off. Like today.
Rick, why are you pissing Oscar
Yeah.
off? You know how he is.
He was supposed to have a big segment for us today, but he said, look, we're gonna leave it as a cliffhanger and y'all tune back in next week because Rick is gonna be leading his own segment.
Yep.
We're not even going to be on
we're
the
not
video.
gonna chime in.
New year, new me.
Oh shit. Yeah, speaking of, have y'all accomplished anything on y'all's list already?
I have done everything opposite to what I said. I said I was going to build better habits. First week, terrible.
Bad habit.
Sleeping late.
I don't think it counts though because last week was like an off week because the first was on Monday, so it wasn't like a full work week. So
You're right.
This is the first
doesn't
week.
count.
Yeah, this is the first week.
I did fail today, though.
Never mind, then. I was trying to help you out, Danny.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Yeah, I said I was gonna sleep earlier. It hasn't happened, but I started painting again, so that's a plus.
I
That's
said
a
I was
rush.
gonna be more active, and we have been walking. Last week we walked.
If one of us does it, it's a win for everyone.
Yeah.
It's a plus.
Yesterday we walked for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
We walked 15, and I was like, okay, let's turn around because we know that it's gonna be another 15 back, so that's 30 minutes. And it was 30 minutes, and we still weren't home. And Yudi was like, yeah, and I was like, yeah, just wait here. Let me go pick up the car. we did our 30 minutes already.
Well, that's nice. I'm glad y'all are doing it together. It's easier that way when you have someone pushing you. That's dope.
like I said, but we walked. So yesterday or last week was 5 days or 7 days, right? I think we walked 3 out of those 7 days or 4 out of those 7 days. So as long as we get at least one walk per week, then I think that's already a plus because I wanted to be more active. And if I wasn't active before, then anything.
Anything's a plus.
Anything's a win, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should get like one of those things that tracks the distance for you because you feel so proud at the end. Like I've been doing it like around like whenever I do my photography stuff.
Can you just do it with your phone?
Yeah, I don't know how much I trust that. I'm pretty sure it's the same thing, to be honest. But it's just like I've tried using it before, and sometimes it just isn't tracking. I don't know if I have to activate it or I don't know.
I was gonna get the Apple Watch, but it couldn't read the thermometer, so I was like, I'm not gonna get it. Wasn't that one of the
oxygen?
The oxygen, yeah.
So
if I'm dying,
actually, they resumed the cells.
Okay, dang. Well, then I'm gonna have to get it.
Yeah, that's still really expensive. La regaste. No, I have a little crappy Fitbit. Yeah, and it's like at the end of the day, it's like, 3 miles, and I'm like, oh, that's dope,
I have an old like Android watch, very old now. It's like 8 years old now. Yeah. Hey, that's what I needed to do.
Down.
I thought about getting a new one, but I was like, no hay dinero.
Yeah. Well, do anything exciting over the weekend?
We did. Y'all can go. It's mine.
I went to like a marriage prep retreat kind of thing.
Oh, that was this weekend?
That was this Saturday.
Whoa, are you more prepared now?
No. It's not over yet, but no. No, I am.
How many more?
Just one more.
One more.
One more Saturday. It was cool because like there was like 13 couples, right? And at the beginning they were like, okay, y'all gotta introduce each other, but like you gotta introduce your to be spouse. Like you don't introduce yourself, you introduce her, she introduces you. And then I go, please don't say the podcast. Please don't say the podcast.
Oh,
and she
no.
goes up and she goes, this is Daniel. Daniel has a podcast. So and I was like, no.
Yeah.
So, she goes, she has a podcast. So if y'all would like to follow, and then that's it. But
What was your response to that?
no, I just went
You
like
should have
this.
done the pen trick.
Like and subscribe, you guys.
No, you should have done the pen trick.
That's 'cause everybody was watching
The what?
it.
The pen
the
trick?
pen. Like I'll give
You're a
Oh,
podcaster.
the
Like
autograph.
you got a pen?
yeah, I got a pen.
Oh, I thought you were asking me for your signature.
Signature. Nah, but I mean,
Yeah,
everyone
that-
was there.
I forgot that is a really good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think one I don't know if I guess I could say this. One cool thing about it was like, because we were always like, oh man, we met on a dating app, like Stacy and I. So we're like, oh, well, we met on a dating app. But like half of the couples there met online, so that was kind of cool.
Well, yeah, that's like the new way to do it.
I know, but you don't
People-
know.
you-
But you don't know though.
When was the last
Yeah.
time you met someone in the wild? That wasn't through work. No, that was through me though. Like you didn't
Yeah,
randomly.
and I
Oh
was,
wait, but you kicked,
I was
you
behind the
kicked him in
table.
the head.
I
Oh,
did
yeah.
kick you in the head. That was in the wild.
Yeah,
I did kick him in the
in
head.
the wild.
Then he was in his natural habitat, kicking people's ass
Yeah,
and shit.
just walking.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah, no.
I don't do that anymore. I retired.
High kick, and he would
need to get my black belt.
he would even tell you what he was gonna do. He's like jab,
And you,
You're like, what?
but the way my brain processed, like jab,
Why would he tell me? Why would he? Oh, he was right. He did.
high leg kick, what leg kick, and then just fucking the Nike swoosh coming at me.
like, congratulations. Regardless,
you.
that's freaking dope.
Thanks.
How did you present Stacy?
Well, I said she was a teacher, and I'm not gonna say everything.
Obviously, you said you're
You
a
should have
funny
said that
person.
she was a guest on my podcast.
It's because I went first.
Oh.
I went first. I said, "Oh, she's a teacher." She chiquita. And then I said, "She's a teacher," and I said, like,
she's taller than
You should have gone back. I do it all the time. Like after you make a like statement, Stacy does her statement like, "Whoa, I forgot one thing. I forgot one thing." Like just cut off the next person that's presenting. Like, "Whoa, hold on. Did I mention that Stacy was also on my
the
podcast?"
Yeah. Make sure you follow. No, and I said she was funny because she doesn't look like someone that makes jokes, and then she just randomly says like a weird you wouldn't expect from her, and she cracks me up sometimes. Just stuff like that,
I think the funniest thing that she's done was when y'all had the video of Galveston. And it was the
Coyotes?
wolves, the coyotes.
Yeah,
Oh. Yeah.
that was good.
Yeah. Or like for you was the tattoo when you met her. Remember you asked like what does your tattoo like? It was like coordinates.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, what does the coordinates point to? She's like, oh, the Whataburger and the.
Oh yeah, she did say that.
And like you're not expecting her to say that.
She was so quick with it.
Yeah,
too.
she's like, oh, the Whataburger and Uvalde.
And that's such a good answer.
Yeah. So,
I would have cracked up if she would have
That's freaking awesome. I'm
Yeah.
glad you remember that
Yeah,
because I remember it now.
Yeah.
But that was awesome.
other than that, just what?
Was it like was there age gap in between the people that were there for also taking the classes?
Most people were between their 20s and their 30s, and there was one couple that were like, they're like 50s, 60s, so they were the only like offshoot.
So I did it, and I think it was mixed, but it was a lot of older couples, and they felt kind of judgy because they're like, we have kids, and they're like your age, but now we're gonna do it by church. And I was like,
Now over here, everyone, there was
todo enojado and shit.
there was two couples that had kids, but all the other ones were about 30s, 20s.
Mhm.
So except that one.
So y'all were with the couples the whole weekend,
No, just
or
Saturday morning.
that whole Saturday?
It was more like a talk, bro. It was I don't know, like I've never been to a retreat like that before, but it was more like a presentation talk, and then they have like the little exercises, like okay, all the guys go over there, all the women over there, talk shit to each other, so talk mess about your future spouse.
You have to learn how to deal with the nagging wife.
I did that whenever I did the confirmation class.
Okay.
Or not confirmation class. I did we were gonna be sponsors or padrinos for baptism, and they did tell like the guys go on one side and girls go on one side. And it's kind of awkward.
Was it?
Yeah, it
This one was
it
kind of
awkward.
cool. I think everyone was around like the same like age and like style.
So it kind of
It
makes
didn't feel awkward at all. Like the whole it was they weren't long. They were like 20, 25 minutes. But like the conversation, like everyone was pitching in.
Did you make any friends? Did any of them invite you to their wedding?
No, we haven't. Well, it's gonna we're gonna meet again
I
though.
think I got it.
Well, we're gonna meet again. But it's not over yet. Basically.
so
There's one more Saturday.
last week's episode was the wrestling guru. Hey, if y'all didn't check it out, go check it out. But there was a story that there was a wrestler that he went, and I guess the show was already over, or the televised show was over, but there used to, there's still like things going on, right? And one of the guys had a sign, and it said, "Would you be my best man?" And he got the microphone, and he was like, "Hell yeah, I'll be your best man."
Did he do it?
And he did like a post interview after his match or whatever, and he was like, "Yeah, I don't know that guy or what his name is, but I'm gonna be his best man." And he's like, "So congratulations, guy that I don't know your name," or something like that. And apparently he's gonna be his best man.
You can relate with that story. Have we said that story before?
I don't want to put the person on blast if he's a subscriber.
Are they ever gonna see it?
Yeah, you're right. So
It's a good story.
I had a friend that I had met in a youth group, church, or a church youth group, and he was cool, and his girlfriend was cool. I don't think they were a couple yet, but I would see him every once in a while, and I knew that he loved fishing, so I went fishing with him a couple times. When I say a couple times, I can probably count it with one hand, probably like 2 or 3 times. And I never hung out with them like outside of that youth group. It was just a friend, una amistad from there. Yeah. And he called. I feel bad saying it. They're gonna think I'm an asshole saying it. But
I love this story.
he always fucking brings it up, man. Fuck. He called me one day. He was like, "Hey, how's it going?" And I thought he was gonna ask me to go fishing. I was like, "Hell yeah!" Like,
Let's go.
yeah, I was like, "Babe, I'm gonna be busy this weekend." I was all happy. I was stoked because I was like, "Oh, hell yeah!" Like, he only calls me when we go fishing, and he was like, "Hey, dude, I'm getting married." I was like, "Oh, cool." He's gonna invite me to his wedding. He's like, "Wanted to see if you wanted to be my best man," and I was like, "Oh." I was like, I don't know his family. Like I've only hung out with them a handful of times outside of the youth group. So I was like, "Hey, let me think about it. Let me talk to my girl." Like if my girl's decision at that point, she would have said like, "No, don't do it," or "Yes, do it." I was like, "Well, let me talk to her about it," and he was like, "Okay, cool. Yeah, I've asked a couple guys and they told me no," and I was like, fuck. It was a tearjerker. It was like, so I left there like, well, I guess I'm his best friend.
Well, it's just the thing that always like got me was just like, who would say no to that? It's just like, I mean,
No, because
friends.
it feels bad. I feel very bad because
No,
not from him.
No,
not
I'm
from
talking about
him.
I'm talking about
for
like
me.
the people he asked first. That's insane. Like I would
Because they only knew him through there. I don't want to talk shit.
it's
I
not
feel bad
talking
talking
shit. This is about something you lived, which it's relevant to the story. That's the only reason it came up.
So he has, fuck, I don't even know now. I have him on like Facebook, but so I was the best man at his wedding. I don't know any of his family.
Did
I'm
you
like
give a
asking
speech?
there the whole fucking time. I did not, and I was like, well, fuck. At least I could do a bachelor party.
At least I can go
I
bachelor.
don't. We didn't do a bachelor party. We didn't do a bachelor party. The other guy. Fuck, I don't want to talk shit. I feel so horrible saying this story.
Okay, look, these are the important questions I need to know because I don't think we ever talked about this part. When you were there, were there other people around your age around?
Yes.
Hey, what the fuck? Why he asked you and not them?
Like the other groomsmen.
Yeah.
Like
Oh, there was groomsmen.
there was like 2 groomsmen and the best man.
Which
none
was
of
you.
them-
Well, and I think the calculation was because of his wife, because his wife had a sister and had a best friend. So by default, there had to be 2 other guys. And one of the groomsmen was her best friend's boyfriend. And then the other one was her sister, so they had to get somebody for the sister. And then it was me and I think another sister. So it wasn't like, well, there was a whole bunch of other friends. Like, oh, I felt bad because the whole wedding, I'm like, so who's that? It's like, oh, that's my, like, who's that? Like, fuck, I didn't know anybody.
Like a freaking toddler and shit.
So I think he has like 2 or 3 kids now. I think it's 2, maybe. I think it's 3. I haven't met the kids. I haven't
met them, but I'm their padrino.
I haven't like, we haven't talked in like years, and I've tried to like hang out with them, and I've invited them, and like,
I think he's the one that
dude.
murdered the stingray, so don't feel bad.
Not me.
No,
The other guy.
Yeah. Remember, if for those of you who have been around here for a while, I tell a story about how whenever I went fishing with Rick, I left traumatized because
Dude, you're just painting bad pictures.
What?
Rick being scared. Rick being scared. Rick presenting something. Being the best man of killing a stingray. Like, am I on trial? Like, am I on trial today?
Okay, no. First of all,
my goodness.
this story makes you look good, like surprisingly.
But I felt bad talking about the guy because, I mean,
they don't know his name.
his
They're
name-
gonna go
his
look
name-
at
But be
Google
careful
him.
because last time I was
His
able
name-
to guess the
his
police
name,
name.
his name is Pacheco, but
Yeah,
without
wait.
the pa.
Wait. Oh, let's see, Danny, guess the name. If you can guess it, you guess the undercover cop's name.
Yeah.
Mario.
Nah.
Well, point being,
Well, he didn't fight Goliath, so. At this point, I'm already into deep. Like, fuck it. They can catch it.
look, I honestly, this story I think makes you sound good because you did something good for someone when they needed you. And with that being said, we will rent Rick out to be your best man if you don't have anybody.
And you provide alcohol.
Yeah.
That's another disclaimer.
Exactly. And please allow him to at least have a freaking bachelor party. That's like the minimum requirement, you know?
Danny, coming up.
¿Cuándo?
We have to pick a date for the thing because it has to be obviously in advance.
Right.
Yeah, and
We'll have memorable content for us internally, and we'll have content for the podcast.
Yeah.
Because I think whenever my bachelor party, I think you had content from the bachelor party and wedding, but not like.
Well, you were here for it.
I think I was.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was here for the bachelor party, not for the wedding part. I think Sylvia was in that one.
Oh, okay. Well.
Yeah, I mean, we just talked about it later, like a later episode.
Yeah, but at least, it's good to know that Rick always pulls through. So I think it was a positive spin to this. And you were supposed to present today, so I was already in the mindset that you were the center of attention today. I'm sorry.
I don't mind it.
Yeah.
It's cool.
You want to shift some attention over here, like to some other stuff?
Let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah. Danny, you had something for us? Or
I mean, I saw this. Now this computer is laggy, and I said, because I didn't plug the charger, and someone forgot the laptop.
And it wasn't Oscar.
Yeah.
It wasn't Oscar.
Yeah.
So I saw this last week, right?
Yeah.
And I saw this appear here and there. It says Taylor Swift ends 2023 by breaking Elvis Presley's record for most weeks at number 1 on Billboard 200 chart. Now, the reason why I bring this up was because I wanted to ask, how comparable, how would you say, like, how fair is it to compare, how fair, I guess, is it to compare, like, today to the time that Elvis Presley was around, as far as being on the number 1 Billboard 200 chart?
So look, I know that there is the wrong answer, which is what Rick's probably gonna give.
She's not worldwide.
But
Elvis was worldwide.
you see, exactly. So the correct answer is I don't think it's fair because for this comparison, we have to see if it stands the test of time. with the Elvis comparison, you have like decades and decades of families playing these songs for their younger generations. Because nobody like no Zoomer nowadays like, oh, I gotta go listen to Elvis Presley.
Right.
Okay, but millennials whose parents listen to Elvis Presley grew up with that music and still find it very fondly.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Same thing with the Beatles and stuff like that. It's not that their music is better because that's absolute bullshit because it's all subjective. But the thing is, it depends on how well the music will stand the test of time. She writes a lot of very relatable stuff that seems like it will be timeless.
Right.
Yeah. So I think
Taylor Swift's music's gonna be timeless.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I guess one thing that I thought about when you were talking about it was some of these movies. You'll hear Elvis's music,
Mm-hmm.
right? Or they make references. Do you see that on like Taylor Swift's music?
I don't think much of the.
You know what I'm talking about? Like sometimes like when it's like a 90s vibe or no, like if it's like an older generation, like it's 70s, 80s, sometimes they put Elvis's music and you're like, you might not know that it's Elvis, but you know the song.
I think they're right now. Unfortunately, we're locked into the same kind of music played over and over again in music because I've heard like I my girlfriend listens to like a bunch of like older classic stuff that I never touched because I listen to Mexican classic stuff, you know? So whenever I hear something play from her, I'm like, oh, I've heard this in the movie, you know? And I've never heard the entire song all the way through, but I know those certain snippets and they're always used in movies till this day because the people who are still writing the music for the movies are old people that have been around for a long time. But I think there was like a report come out.
So you think that it's gonna stop? Like
I think eventually when these people retire,
so they won't be played in movies.
Well, it's kind of like even the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Does it get lost there?
Like Guardians of the Galaxy, they were playing a bunch of the old songs too, and also Stranger Things. Also
yeah, but I think that's topical because he left Earth in that time.
Oh yeah, sure.
But I think like right now, like if you check a lot of the Netflix movies, like they have more current music playing in them now. So I think there's already a shift being put through. But I think the guy
I'm kind of sad because of that.
Well,
like, because it gets lost, right? So if you're not presenting it to your kids.
Well, that's the beautiful thing about buying vinyls, and like that's why it's so popular still.
But you buy vinyls, and do you actually? There's people that buy vinyls and don't actually listen to the.
I buy it for
listen.
my art. It's just having like a big piece of art.
Right. But so you don't play it. So
no.
that of you have vinyls. Well, yeah, but you play it.
But you can listen to it on Spotify now or whatever else.
But you got to search it. You got to know what it is.
Sure.
Yeah, but look, I'm saying like
so if you don't get presented, it gets wiped out.
No, I'm saying the difference is because whenever it's on your playlist, you know, if the playlist gets deleted, it's gone forever. That thing has the tracks in the back of the it's still a physical copy.
Yeah.
My kid can see that and be like, oh, who's this? And look them up. They don't have to play the actual record. I'm just saying that, like, you know, like just having it in physical form, it's already an advantage. You know, so unfortunately, everything's moved digital. They stopped selling CDs. The only way to actually own a physical copy is now through a vinyl.
Yeah, and I mean, one reason why I also asked the question was I also like consider like competition.
Yeah.
Like back in the day, obviously you have a lot of great musicians, right? But how many great musicians you have back in the day versus let's say today? Like so many people play music nowadays. Like there's podcasters that do music. Take that. But you know what I mean? So it's like competition wise is like you could from one angle you could say there's more competition today because there's more people putting out content, so it's harder to be number one. But also like back in the day, it was probably harder to access being able to produce music. Like not anybody could just buy like now there's a bunch of little studios. Yeah. You can actually create a song and make it sound good. Back in the day, it sounded like way more expensive as an entry.
Like norteñas and like norteñas, you know your Intocables, you know your Ramon Ayala, your Traileros, but a lot of those were covers for very fucking old songs that were in a small fucking town called Linares, Nuevo León, that's probably about the size of Pasadena, if not smaller, you know? So the person that interpreted it then got lost because it was never recorded. So I had this conversation a couple times, and it's a very interesting one because one lady or a family friend was like, yeah, Chente is really good, but he wasn't the best, or he doesn't represent like Mexico. Like, well,
Both of those are wrong.
I was like, well, you're right, but you're what you're explaining. Yes, you knew people before him. You know Jose. You know other people that had Chente songs because a lot of Chente songs were covers, right? But we know Chente because the music was already like you only know his version of it, so you don't know the previous. So what you made sense, but this is what we got fed, you know, like this is the only.
Yeah, because this brings back to what you said last time. Is what the radio's playing for you.
Right.
Yeah, but the thing is, in Chente's genre of music, he is the absolute best. All right, that's what I'm saying.
I think they had the same style of music and everything,
No, they did
but
not.
it was.
Jose didn't play
well,
ranchera.
I'm not saying Jose. There's other people that had that song that Chente, because those songs that Chente sang, like it wasn't just him and another guy. Like there's been so many versions of it, but it was never recorded. So how are
but
you?
You know, things also his voice like is undeniably like just
it
amazing. Like that guy just like there's just
I'm
some
literally-
notes that
I'm
you're like, who
discovering
can reach
songs.
that?
I'm discovering songs by him that I had never heard before. Still, that I absolutely love. I just added like a new Chente song like a week ago.
What? Well,
And there's still new songs coming out.
yeah.
AI.
No.
no,
He-
no, yeah,
you didn't
he-
hear about that one? Yeah,
he
he
said-
recorded I don't know how many albums.
Yeah,
he
I remember
paid
that.
for it and he put it in a vault and it's gonna drop.
Slowly over time.
Mm-hmm.
Did he do that on purpose? Or
Yeah,
Yeah. He signed and everything. He did. I don't know how many.
There's
CDs.
a documentary.
So it's
they
done the ethically correct way.
Well, there was a documentary, and they asked him, and they say he's like, "I want to beat death, and the way to do that is I'm going to leave a bunch of music behind, and it's going to continue to come out so that people don't forget me."
Okay. Yeah, because look, if we're gonna go down to the sheer talent, yeah, of course you have like your Juan Gabrieles, you have your Jose's. Joan Sebastian is amazing too. And I think Jose Alfredo Jimenez is one of the big composers, and he's amazing. You know, but the thing is, he is the best at the ranchera music. Like even if there's somebody in the middle of nowhere that no one ever got to hear, but they swear to God he's better than Chente. Mike, there's absolutely no way of proving that.
And then there's also
Yeah, I
like the
think that-
performance too. Like
Yeah.
Chente could fill like a whole fucking.
there's like
Yeah, but at that point he was already famous. You know, like I guess the other.
But
thing,
then it makes you wonder, why didn't the other person get famous?
I think the thing is back in the day, like Rick said, it was a lot harder to get studio time. Now we can literally make a whole album.
but some
here.
some of them are recorded that have the same song as Chente.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, why
And-
Chente then, and not the other guy? Like, there's got to be something that's just appealing to, maybe even it could be subjective. Like at the time,
Either that or
or he
they
just-
did an album and they got a little bit of money, and they became alcoholics and they kind of died of that. I'm saying a specific.
could
I'm
be.
saying a specific artist.
Yeah, yeah.
And Cornel Reina was the one that was with Ramon Ayala, but a lot of people know Ramon Ayala but don't know Cornel Reina.
Is he the guy who plays the accordion?
No, Ramon. You talking about Ramon Ayala?
Yeah.
Yeah, the famous guy that
Yeah.
plays the accordion.
Yeah.
He sings Tragos de Amargo, but
yeah.
he had started. Like he started. I don't know if he started his career with Cornel Reina and they were Los Relámpagos, but the guy he got a little bit of money. There's other people too, like Lorenzo Monteclaro. Like those are some groups or some songs that my family has taught me. And I personally like them, but you can tell it's like a way older vibe.
Yeah.
And I think if my family wouldn't have showed me it,
You've
then
never heard it.
it gets lost. It gets lost because it doesn't get any kind of playing time on the radio. Like you can't YouTube something that you don't know about.
Yeah.
Like, you can't listen to Bad Bunny and then on the bottom the next video or recommendation says, "Well, have you heard Cornel Reina from like 1960 something?"
Yeah.
Like
Well, it's like all the people that are not watching the Unqualified Gurus podcast because they don't know about us
Yeah.
and how amazing
the
we are.
Chente song that I really like is Un Millón de Primaveras. Yeah, that's the one that came across. It's really good. Yeah.
if Chente was alive right now, what would he be doing?
What would
Drinking.
he be doing?
Mhm.
Nah, with his horses. But it's kind of late. He'll probably be asleep.
You
He'll be
pronounce
scratching the thing, say,
horses.
"Get me out."
No, Chente was freaking partying and getting in trouble.
I've said this joke twice.
Yeah,
Already.
I remember it now.
I'm like, I hope they don't remember. I hope they don't remember.
That's how I look when I say my stupid
but,
stuff.
but that one's actually funny.
Because he got us.
Yeah, he got us really
though.
good.
I forgot about
No,
it.
but Chente was getting in trouble with drinking and shit. He wasn't necessarily like the picture perfect person.
Well, no one is, but some
No,
people
but
are like
I think like in his 60s, 70s, getting caught like in hotels and shit, like with drinking with your son and shit with prostitutes. Come on.
no, it is. I'm
Come
just
on.
saying, but I'm saying like some
He
people.
lived a good life.
But I'm saying like there are some people that get really caught up with like some kind of addiction, and then they cannot even work anymore. I'm
Yeah.
not saying that Chente it's ethically a good person.
No,
I'm just saying
I'm
like
not saying that you're
as
saying
far
that. I'm
as
saying because you're all like, he's like, what would he be doing right now? I'm like, he would be fucking living it up.
He didn't go to.
Yeah.
He didn't take the marriage prep classes serious.
Yeah.
yeah, he would be at a marriage prep class right now.
but back to the conversation, like
Oh, yeah.
like I think today, like, you know, it's still, I think the competition breeds like better talent.
Sure.
Okay, so I think it's harder right now. Okay,
To be number one.
yeah, to be number one, because the barrier of entry has hit the fucking floor. Like 13-year-olds can drop a freaking song tomorrow and blow up on TikTok. But the thing is, there's millions of 13-year-olds now doing that. Okay? Back in the day, you have to have like everybody in the pueblito. If they have faith in you, they will give you money to go
To
record
fundraise
a
you.
song, you
Yeah.
know? Or like you have to get found somewhere.
But I think Chenta's also because he came out in the movie, so
Yeah.
it wasn't just his music that.
But his
left,
movies, people like them.
well,
but his movies were
we
not
don't
that
like
great.
them, but I mean those were the.
Hey, speak for yourself.
No.
El Cine Dorado, it literally plays
Like-
in this house like every
Yeah,
week.
like
Yeah, I
I
mean,
think
they're
it's not to our like
they're
gusto.
not terrible.
I'm not saying like ours,
Yeah.
but I'm saying in general, like
But-
it's not our gusto. But fuck, at that time, hey, that was the best thing in the world. Like, dude, you mean the person that I listen to music is in a fucking in a movie?
Yeah.
That's
I
dope.
recently watched one probably like a month ago of Chente that apparently like his mom is dying and she's like, I want you to promise me you're gonna kill the man who killed your dad. And so it's like the movie, I saw Chente with a beard. I had never seen him with a beard. Like he's looking for the
Oh.
killer of his dad. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I just didn't think his acting was that great.
Oh no, they're not. But like
None of that.
No,
I mean, those were also like Western movies where they fucking shot 10 bullets on a 6-shooter revolver and shit. It was like,
Yeah, yeah.
"Pa, pa, 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 pa." Like, well, when are you gonna like put more bullets in it?
You think there's like Indian people watching our movies, like how we watch like
dude,
whenever
the freaking the Indians, the Bollywood CGI
like
is
the CGI.
insane.
They're watching our movies with the endless
Like,
bullets.
yeah, but I still think that because of how easy it is now, that there's too many of them. It's oversaturated, you know. So for you to stand,
But how
out-
many of them can they really compete to be number one on the what was it, the Billboard, whatever?
Well, let's not everybody's gonna hit those. So even like
Yeah.
successful like Spanish groups and stuff.
Oh yeah,
They don't necessarily hit the extremes that like pop music hits. Okay,
Right, like
so
worldwide.
they're competing at a different level.
Yeah,
Okay, so the thing is like with I think like with like normal music like bands nowadays, it is hard. Don't get me wrong, but the thing is you can still go out and play. The good thing about Mexican music is that they survive off covers. That's how these bands get to tour around. They get hired. Ricky said that he was almost had picked Frontera for like his wedding because they go around playing like covers and stuff.
So,
Yeah.
and it goes with that topic. I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm sorry.
No, it's all good. I was
if-
thirsty.
If you had the secret sauce, if you had the formula, you're an artist. If you had the formula, you're educated guru. If y'all had the formula, what does an artist need to make it top tier? Not barely make it, but like a Taylor Swift or a Michael Jackson, or what do they need, right?
Dude, today nowadays.
Today.
Today?
That's the whole conversation today.
Today you have to be a fucking social media
So you have to put in the work.
Yeah, you have to learn how to be like if you can't afford a videographer, you have to learn to edit videos. You have to learn.
Well, I think once you made it, like once you
no,
made it.
I thought you meant like when we were when.
Well, no. I'm saying like what distinguishes you from being famous to be a Taylor Swift or like
I think
over the top. How do you get to that next level?
I would say talent and like you could have like one good song.
But
Right?
do you think
one
talent?
good song isn't gonna keep you up there. One good song takes you to the peak, and then you come back down.
I think people are so quick to dismiss a lot of the big artists because they don't like the style of music. I see like hundreds and hundreds of posts about like, oh, Bad Bunny is like not even talented, and I'm like, have you ever like read his lyrics? There's a bunch of like throwaway lines, but he has a lot of really good stuff.
But I also think like some people might value like you said pop, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's a big one. So there is something that society prefers, right?
Yeah.
Could be pop is preferable over banda because banda is a niche to like our area.
The reason I asked in that conversation started because of the Frontera, right?
Yeah.
So Frontera, I mean, they've been putting the work. They're not the best group out there, but they're doing so many collaborations. They did what they didn't. They went with Bad Bunny. Like they're doing the work, you know.
Yeah.
But could you say that they're the most talented? I mean, to people that are underneath them, and I'm not saying Frontera's at Taylor Swift's level.
Yeah.
But I'm saying like exposure wise, like, do you think? I bring this up because right now you said. Right now, there's so many people doing it.
Yeah.
So okay, if there's so many people doing it, and if you put the work, like, can you still reach it, or that's only once you, like, scratch the surface
one
and
thing
you became
is,
famous?
Well, one thing is you reach it, but then you have to maintain it. There's Gangnam Style. Everyone heard it. Everyone liked it. He brought the second song. There was one more second song. It kind of went up there, and then after that, when have you heard?
No, he still sells.
He
out.
still
Yeah,
no.
I've seen the
no.
videos. Fucking
Everywhere he goes.
I'm not saying he doesn't sell out, but have you heard another song of his on the radio? You had. Wait, let me.
Wait, no, you don't know that he's like super anti-America.
No,
right? No, it matters. Like when your songs are like fucking dead to America, like you're not gonna hear him here.
But that's my point. That song, nobody knows what it says unless you looked it up. It was in radio in Spanish. It was in radio in English. My mom sang it. Everyone loved it. We don't know what it says. There was something about that song. People liked it.
That was the
after
video
that,
component.
Right, but after that, you don't get his songs no more in the Spanish radio or in the English radio. If you liked his music, you followed it. Now, Taylor Swift, she has tons of albums.
No.
She redid her album. People wanted to hear it again.
No, Taylor Swift redid it because of copyright reasons.
Right, but no, I know she did it for her. I'm saying people still go and listen to it because people love it. And all I'm saying is you have to maintain that level of talent. You hit one good song, you fade out. People still hear it. Like the other day, I sent you the song on text, A Puro Dolor. That was they only have that one song. You look up the band, like millions of listens. The next few songs, like a couple thousand, right? They fade out. But if you manage to like obviously what you said is needed. You need like the marketing, the publicity. And even like if people go to see her concerts, obviously she has to put a good show. Or people would be like, yeah, I love the music, but you know, like what's the difference between you hearing it at home? She has to put up a good show, and people like that. So she does good there too.
Would you say it's 50-50, 50% publicity, 50% talent? Like, do you think everybody that's famous, that's on top tier, is actually talented?
I think everybody at the top tier is talented.
So?
It's undeniable because people like whenever mumble rap took over, you know, and it was their year, right? The best selling albums were still Drake, Cole, and Kendrick. So it's like at the end of the day, like even like what you deem to be good, still floated to the top. Okay, so the thing they have like I think the average year span for like rappers is like 2-3 years, right? So when you have your moments, if you can't find a way to stick, you're out. I think I saw an interview. I think it was like Big Sean, and then we're talking about how. Oh no, I think it was ASAP Rocky? Well, they were talking about how if you wanted a hit song, you went in with Drake, and then you went with like Nicki to get the girls, and like that's the exact same thing that right now the Grupo Frontera is doing, and why they're so successful, because whenever you have your core audience, if you're not expanding, you're not growing, right? That's why we need to make friends in the podcast world here in Houston. Okay, if I've tried multiple times looking to see if there's any other like comedy like groups that we can like talk to, but I haven't found anybody that I liked or that
aligns.
Yeah. So what they're doing correct is like, yo, I'm getting like everybody from the group of Los Tumbados, like Fuerza Regida. They're doing collabs with literally everybody they can think of, and now you've just been introduced to their audience. And they're going to go back and look and find your music. If they like it, they'll stick around. If they don't, they don't. Right? That's why I always like bringing up Los Angeles Azules. Right? Los Angeles Azules has been around. Timeless. And they're still making songs with freaking... They came out with a song with Santa Fe Clan. and kazoo. Like they have so many modern music with people nowadays that it's amazing to see the way that they still collaborate and grow.
And you asked about talent, and I think like different, like with mumble rap, obviously I don't think people care about talent in the lyrics. That's why it was mumble rap. Like there was nothing, there was no substance in the lyrics, but there was something about the rhythm, I guess, that stick with people.
Yeah.
So then it's like, I guess, I think the bigger people across the decades are people that manage to hit talent in different areas, like good lyrics, good music, good rhythm, good performance, good publicity, good like public appearance, etc.
And consistency is probably the most important part. That you have to maintain that and keep doing it over and over and over. Yeah.
So I bring this up because I got a segment.
Mm-hmm.
Can you go?
I thought you didn't bring it.
I mean, if it's on what we have right now.
Oh, let's go then. Rick.
So
No. Yeah.
So we're a little late on it, but the Cat Williams Shannon Shay he went on there and he kind of went on there and just started just going off on a whole bunch of different comedians. Were you able to? Did you see any of it?
Nah.
Wait, what's the point? Do you know who Cat Williams is? I knew he wouldn't. just
I think if you see him, you know who he is. He's been around for a very long time. So on this podcast with Shannon Sharp, he kind of talks about other comedians and how they're really not that funny and that they've been stealing jokes, and he talks about on the stand up wise, like I've always been top tier. Like I've always been up there, you know. Like these other comedians that have been stealing jokes, now they do other things. They do like Steve Harvey. He does Family Feud. They do other things, but they're not doing stand ups anymore. He's still doing stand up. Yeah. And people thought kind of Cat Williams was crazy for going over that. It kind of took, because it happened as soon as the year happened. So, and the interview, the way it started, he just went in there and just started saying like, screw this guy, this guy's not even funny. Like, it wasn't like a podcast that started with a couple questions. Like, he just went in and just started bashing on people. And
that's what we need to do.
So it was more of like he was exposing other comedians, and people were like, well, what is he up to? So people started fact checking or started pulling like other tape from like previous episodes, or they started like comparing different stand-ups. And I mean, y'all be the judge if he's been, or if they've been stealing.
Yeah, I think that's a big deal, because that's what ended Carlos Mencia's career and stuff. Just the idea that people think that you're stealing jokes in comedy is a big deal. It was just like back whenever they used to say that it's on that side, Danny, that like a rapper had a ghostwriter. The exact same like shame was brought upon the comedian. Yeah, and this one is specific because he's calling out Steve Harvey, right?
Steve Harvey,
for the
Cedric the Entertainer.
Bro, like I literally just opened it.
I know.
There's a whole clip. It's all mostly on me though.
And the drink.
There's some knives there. There's some open it, and there's like a
napkins.
You keep going, Oscar. The camera's on you now.
Yeah, but yeah, no. I think the problem I had with this interview was that Cat Williams is a clear like liar. Like there's a ton of fucking lies in this bullshit. Right? He says that he like was reading 3,000 books a year.
Oh, like me.
That's 10 books a day, and you can't take a day off, right? Like that's cutting it like to.
Can you even retain that much info if you read that many books?
Well, he said it was all like nonfiction, so that means like literally like nothing, like just like real life shit, fucking boring stuff. Yeah, and the thing, look, people embellish shit, but he's clearly trying to make it seem like he's smarter than everybody else.
Yeah, that's what
it feels like, right? Yeah, and
well, guys, before this interview, did you guys like Cat Williams?
Yeah, I think it's funny, but the thing is, like,
I'm just asking, like, before this interview came out, like, I just want to know what were your taste of this guy, because I'm about to do it on this thing.
Please, then do it don't do it on the freaking couches. don't trust you.
I'm doing this slowly now. I'm doing it slowly.
Good job.
Tú abre la tuya.
So can you put up the
clips?
the clips of where people saw that he was stealing jokes?
Okay, so this one is one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Halloween was a trip. Halloween, we couldn't afford no Halloween costumes. Hey, kids, please. Mama sent us down to the liquor store, put boxes on us. We didn't know what we were. I don't know what we are. I don't know. She didn't tell us. I think
Oh my God, that's Steve Harvey?
No, that's not Steve Harvey.
You heard me say
Pause it.
every Halloween I had the same outfit on.
Okay.
That guy is comedian Mark Curry.
Got you. I didn't read it. I was just watching. I was looking. I was trying to see if I recognized who that was.
That's the video was kind of little. So Cat Williams saying that Steve Harvey stole
Mark
that guy's.
Curry's jokes.
Yeah,
Well, hold on. Before you play, Mark Curry has also went back and said, yeah, Steve Harvey stole my jokes.
Okay.
And y'all be the judge if he stole this joke, because there's 3 videos and y'all decide whether.
Okay.
On. Every year. I just had a brown box. No, it wasn't nothing sad. I just not asked my father, could I have a new outfit? And he said, no, just wear the same one. And it was just a brown box. And he just told me to tell everybody I was a UPS man.
Yeah.
Was it-
Okay,
was it?
so tell me
He
about never said thank you.
Go back.
Their costume was a carton.
Yeah, a box.
Oh,
No,
box.
I got the. But how does the other guy end his joke?
Oh, that they didn't know what they were.
Yeah, they didn't know what they were, and I think he said UPS.
You've heard me.
I think we UPS.
Oh, UPS, yeah, UPS
You
too.
heard-
Yeah, that's it.
I mean,
The UPS is what makes it
it's hard
Yeah,
to
makes
deny
it hard
it.
to deny it. But
yeah, because he could have changed it for anything else.
but then he could have. But then at the same time, you're like, well, wouldn't you expect people that had similar experience as you had a similar experience as you?
That's too close.
No, I don't know.
I think this video.
Esteban once made like a robot costume
Yeah, but the
out of a
UPS
box.
is the one that
That's why
that his
I want-
parents gave it to him.
Yeah,
But then again, it also makes sense. Like, who else is gonna be boxes at the time? Because they were little, right? There was no maybe I don't know if the
Right,
how long
right,
FedEx
but
was around, but
The comedians, they know each other. Like,
No,
you see what I'm saying? Like, there's other videos. There's other videos that. This one to me seems like a no-brainer. We'll go to the next
Okay.
one and you can see it.
I get that, but this look for the benefit of the doubt. All right, that is not a super complicated joke.
It's not.
Anybody could have came up with that.
So keep going on.
I would
after that one.
also like to say that I would think that it doesn't really matter though, because this is not he's not doing stand up right there. Is he doing a stand up show?
No,
right
no,
there?
he's not.
Well,
He just
that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Play and
Let me forward back over here.
Yeah, like in the copyright, there's
New
no
outfit, he's-
overlap in the market.
Well, I mean, you could claim overlap, but it's one joke
I
and
don't
it's in
think so.
Family
We'll
Feud. It's
put
like
play.
He said, no,
That's not
just
a Family
wear the
Feud.
same
That's
one.
his
And it was
program.
just a brown box.
Yeah, this is a talk show.
And he just told
Doesn't
me to
matter,
tell
but-
everybody I was a UPS man.
Yeah. Okay, so tell me
This
about never
is
said
pause
thank
it.
you.
This is
So
him
what's up
actually
with
talking about it.
okay.
This is the comedian, the first guy
who said
talking
it.
about he stole it.
Steve, man. I ain't nothing with me. Well, Steve stole my material on his show, so I had a beef on that. On what show? When he was on the bullshit talk show he had, and he did
Bullshit
all
talk
my Halloween material one Halloween. I'm watching. Somebody called me and said, "Man, homeboy doing your material." So he did my whole Halloween run. And I know he didn't think of it. And this is true stuff that really happened to me. And so my thing is, you don't have to do that, homeboy. So, motherfucker, you made enough money, bitch ass. You know, you made enough money.
I don't know how farther it goes, but you get the gist that
He's not happy.
he's not happy, and he found out, and more people told him like, hey, he actually went off of your bit, and from what he talked about there, it wasn't that joke. Like he did
More.
a couple.
There was more.
Yeah, there was more. Obviously, it didn't show the whole video that he was talking about, but Cat Williams just said the same thing that this guy said, but we didn't know about it. I mean, Steve Harvey is more known than this guy is, right? So
Okay.
you hear it from Steve Harvey, and you're like, oh, that's really clever. But when this guy says it, it's like, oh shit, that same joke was said. And what Cat Williams was saying was, hey, these guys, it's like the ghostwriter on music. Like, these guys don't create their stuff. They're good, but they don't create their stuff. And if he was really funny and he was a comedian, then he would be doing stand-up. You know, he would be not doing Family Feud or a talk show. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he didn't say anything that seems...
And, you know, I mean, obviously, I guess we don't know for sure 100%, but he could if Steve Harvey would have said, oh, you know, I forgot this guy's name. What's this guy's name?
Mark Curry.
Yeah, Mark Curry. He said this joke, but, you know, I relate to it because that happened to me. And then he says it. He gives him publicity.
Yeah.
And then he also provides the same laughter to the audience who's never heard it. And he gets the publicity. But that's assuming that he did
So
steal it.
go to the next video.
Look. I'm willing to say I'm not gonna defend Steve Harvey because like if he stole it, he stole it. I don't care. That's not the problem. The thing is, I'm not gonna freaking gatekeep like the same mentality because that's not complicated. There's tons of kids that go dressed up as fucking boxes.
Yeah, but I think the UPS thing...
Where else do people get boxes from, Rick?
But if a comedian said it already...
And I'm pretty sure that was before Amazon.
If a comedian already said it, like...
And what if you didn't see that?
The punchline was the same thing.
My
Like,
only...
you would have said, I was a milk carton.
Yeah. Well...
Like, oh, you see it's different. Like, you've already added your mix. Like, watch this one, and then we'll talk about it.
Okay.
So this one, the way they presented it is very different, but the gist of it's the same.
A ver.
Gas is entirely too high. That's all I'm saying. You are not supposed to be at the gas station making life decisions. You just at the pump. Just, Negro, did I eat today? I can't get no half a tank. I got 6 cigarettes. I can't even do it. That used to be, if you had $10, $15, you could go to the gas station with confidence because you knew you was either going to be full or damn near full. If you had a 20, you ain't even talk to the person at the counter. You just 20 on 11, bitch. Used to be, if you put $15 in your tank, you had time to bond with your vehicle.
Okay, well, get claimed. All right, skip forward to the next one. I think we got the gist.
Gas $4 a gallon. Can't even pump gas like you used to no more. $4 a gallon? You remember when you used to go to pump and put the nozzle in there and hit it? Be sitting there talking, be on your phone. Hey, what's happening? Be walking around, cleaning the windshield.
Pause it. So we skipped through it, but Cat Williams, he didn't say cleaning the windshield, but he was like, you're able to clean your dash. So it's two different, like,
okay.
You see what I'm saying? Like the setup are completely different. It's not like word for
every
word.
love song's the exact same thing then.
It's like when you
That's what I'm saying. Like this one's more harder to say. Like he
copied
it.
He reworded the paragraph.
But
yeah. But to avoid plagiarism.
Exactly. Yeah, ChatGPT, rewrite this for me.
Rewrite this paragraph.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Look, I'm not gonna defend them, but I refuse to submit to just because you said something that everybody experiences, because this is literally something super common that you get the sole right to making that joke. I don't like that.
Like I feel like I would like if remember maybe I see it, but for Gabriel Iglesias, the racist basket, the story of the racist basket.
Yeah.
Like if someone said the same story, you'd be like, wait a minute, like. But this one, the gas thing and the dressing up, he could have stole it. Don't get me wrong, right? But I don't feel like that. Like that alone doesn't make him like a super better comedian. I feel maybe I don't know.
Yeah. And
I think what he was trying to say is that they're not as talented because they're grabbing material from here and there.
It's just, I think when it comes to the comedy world, like I'm telling you, like you're like literally shunned from the groups if you get caught stealing material, right? I'm pretty sure everybody has seen these and don't think it's as egregious as.
Well, I think the other one was.
The Carlos Mencia
I think
one.
the other one was
the box one. I'm sorry, poor people go to Halloween.
But I also think that it, like you were saying, they get like excluded. But I don't really think it hurts Steve Harvey because he has a talk show. He's probably more successful than
most of the comedians.
So like,
it's not. It was just
like that's a comedy special. It looks like it, or like a comedy stand up.
Right.
I didn't even know he did that. I didn't even like because before you put this video,
that was Cat Williams' point. Like these guys aren't funny.
Yeah,
they're not out here doing it.
Before you put this video, I was gonna say it wasn't even in a stand up setting. So who cares? Because it's a different crowd. It's a different context. Now, obviously, with this one, it's the same context. But I didn't even know he did that.
See, look, I genuinely all I took from the video was Cat Williams is bitter because his like TV career hasn't really been anything serious. He's never had a leading role. Okay. He went on to have his own show, literally one of the biggest talk show persons ever. All right. Steve Harvey has his own lines of fucking tuxedos and stuff. All right. Kevin Hart's one of the most biggest movie people in the world. All right,
He's bitter.
Yeah,
He's bitter.
And Cat Williams has never moved on from comedy. All right, because you can see it with Bobby Lee goes through the same thing. Like he wants to be a part of Hollywood, but unfortunately, he's never had his chance, and because of that, he's always like been a little bit bitter. Right? Look, like they're artists, but I'm pretty sure Cat Williams, after he says that he's on like his 1700 city tour, 17th, yeah, or like that's how long his fucking career is. You don't think he's bored? Yep. So right now he's just coming out shooting at everyone, being like, "Yo, I never had to suck dick to be on a movie. Ha, ha, look at me," and they'll be like, "But you never did anything other than just the comedy, which is you're great at." Mm-hmm. Don't get us wrong, but you're clearly bitter that you never did anything else. You know. But yeah, fuck Steve Harvey if he did steal him because
so there's one more video and then, but this one's kind of more of a open for interpretation. Let me know what you think. Can you fast forward like 10, 15 seconds?
So did he go after Bernie Mac or this is like a Bernie Mac video?
What do you mean?
Like is this Cat against Bernie Mac?
No. This is
we're like
Cat Williams sided with Bernie Mac.
Oh, okay.
He's like, yeah, he fucking stole Bernie Mac's material. And so they were a part of the Kings of Comedy. Yeah. And I think Bernie Mac, well, you never knew why. They never said why, but Bernie Mac stopped touring with them. Mm-hmm. And Cat Williams went on to say, like, fuck y'all. Like, because Shannon, I think, said, well, you're kind of shitting on everybody. Like, about Bernie Mac. He's like, no, Bernie Mac was the realest. He's top tier. Like, he's one of my favorite.
Did you ever watch, like, the Bernie Mac show or anything? I think it was really funny.
Well, he said that I think it was Steve Harvey's. It was his program, and he wanted to be last, and there was kind of conflict because obviously Bernie Mac was the biggest one out of that group, and he needed to be like there's more things that never went public. Yeah, and he was kind of going public, but Cat Williams on the podcast was in support of Bernie Mac, and on this video, it kind of sounds like Bernie Mac is taking a shot at Steve Harvey, saying, "Yeah, you stole some of my shit."
Okay, let's see.
Not bad.
Also, for a month and a half, I'm so sick of this goddamn rant. I ain't gonna bullshit you. I ain't gonna play like I like the motherfucker. I'm tired of this motherfucker.
Yeah, so ambitious.
I've been crying all goddamn day. So goddamn spark up in this son of a bitch.
Some of a bitch.
Every time I come to this motherfucker, I'm stuck at the goddamn airport.
What
type of shit it is? Some of my bitches. I'm too old for this shit, man. Man, got Adele Givens, some more, Monique, Steve Harvey. Man, I'm sleepy than a motherfucker. I'm joked the fuck out.
I'll pause it. Okay, so in music, you want to be the headliner.
Okay.
Yeah. So I've heard it because of all the podcasts I listen to that are all comedian based. Mm-hmm. No one wants to go at the very end. Because most people leave after 10 and stuff. So whenever you're stuck going up last, you're kind of fucked.
Okay.
You know, and whenever it was the Kings of Comedy, they were all like really big people, so they had longer sets. So that's what he's saying. He's like, I just flew in, I was stuck in the airport. Now I'm tired as fuck. Okay, so that makes a little. So he's heated regardless. But yeah, that's why he's mad about the time thing.
Okay.
But this is the part where it sounds like a shot.
Yeah, let's see.
Everything I was gonna fucking say.
Oh, can you
go back a little. He missed the word.
They just said everything I was gonna fucking say.
Probably 10 seconds.
More.
I'm sleepy than a motherfucker.
He's tired. But he names them.
I'm joked the fuck out.
There.
They just said everything I was gonna fucking say. I gotta think of some shit up here tonight. Monique took all my goddamn dick jokes.
So I mean, he names them by name and says, like,
yeah, he's actually calling them out by name.
But was it like a jab or was it like?
No, I think the problem with stuff like this is, you know, like the George Lopez thing. In his contract, he would put that he didn't want no more Latinos in his like whenever he was on there, because he didn't want people to repeat like the same kind of jokes that they say, because, you know, you go by lived experience. That's what you talk about, what you experienced. Mm-hmm. And when you are from a certain part of the community, you know, like the jokes are going to resonate with everybody here. Like if we made like a joke of something like, you know, like you choking on pan dulce or something, we're more likely to repeat that joke than people outside of our community, mm-hmm. you know? So whenever you have like the biggest people of their craft, they're gonna step on each other. But I'm saying, like I'm not familiar with like the beef that they had. So if they were stealing jokes, I'm not gonna defend it. But
like I said, I think the first one, even though y'all don't agree with it, I do feel he stole it. The second one, the gas one, I think a lot of people were making jokes around that time. Like, fuck,
I'm pretty
this
sure
shit is
right
expensive.
now when gas is expensive right now, if somebody made a joke like that, you're gonna be like, oh, he stole the joke.
But
from
the way they for me, what makes it different is the way they presented it. Like, they added their own flavor to it.
He did too. He said that he was sad that like he
I think
did
the
change it up.
GPS pun like
See,
kind of
look, the setup was
for
different,
me-
but the punchline was the same. But like, what other box where else did people really get boxes other than that? That's why I'm trying to say that it's not far fetched to believe that two people can come up with the same,
I don't
idea.
think so. I don't think so. Especially because as a comedian, you study other comedians.
No, because Steve Harvey was done doing comedy. He was doing talk show.
Yeah, but that means okay. Well,
So-
he was exposed to other comedians though. Like
We
you've
don't-
heard jokes along the way.
Well, we don't know the exact timeline.
I think
though.
maybe, and the other thing is when on that when the guy's defending himself, or not defending himself, but he said, "Hey, he copied my things." He didn't say he copied my joke. He said he copied my segment. Like it was more than one thing. Like that one. Okay, if he copied one joke, like fuck it, like you've heard a lot of jokes along the way, but to do multiple jokes from the same guy, like it seems
but
kind
the
of.
thing is, like, if you're trying to do an expose on stuff, you would have showed those jokes, right? And I can always be like, yeah, he's stealing my shit when it's just one joke, and it's gonna sound worse than it actually is. I'm just trying to say, like, with this case with Bernie Mac, he's on the same build as they are. They're more likely to have heard his shit, right?
Yeah.
Steve Harvey already had a show, right? Odds are he's not watching what the fuck the Curry guy's doing. That's what I'm trying to tell you, that the parallels are there.
I think I don't think maybe he didn't do it on purpose, but he had heard that joke already. I don't think he lived it. I don't think he lived it. But that's just me. I mean, I could be wrong.
I mean, for me, like what I don't know, what keeps coming to my mind is more like how you respond to it. I like the way he respond to them stealing his jokes. Like he joked about it within the special, and just kind of put them on the spot. And then it's like, well, if I'm lying, then you come up here and say it. With Cat Williams, you said it. He sounds like bitter, right? And it's like, okay, even if you're right, that's not gonna get you any sympathy. It's just kind of like.
Well, I
Like,
also
okay. How many jokes did they steal? One joke, like because the box one. Well, I mean, I'm just putting. I don't know the stand-ups. I don't know if he stole 20%, 50%. I'm just going based on like the box joke and the gas joke. I'm like, from a whole stand-up special, that's like what, like 2 minutes. And if you start like, I mean, obviously it's a different crowd, but I feel like your energy is better spent just going somewhere and producing more content than just spending it bashing some. Like if you want to steal my puns, go for it.
Well, like I'm just saying, because we know what happens whenever a comedian actually gets called out, like in real life too. We've seen like when it's blatant that you've been robbing. Okay,
Yeah.
like you were there in this, like they called you out. Like when it was Joe Rogan who called out Carlos Mencia. Okay,
It was.
Carlos Mencia was on top of the fucking world. All right, now he can't do appearances anywhere. He still tours and stuff, and still like gets people in the room, but he's not like the mind of Mencia. He used to have a show on TV. Right? Everything all because Joe Rogan called him out on stealing jokes before Joe Rogan was even like anybody like big. Okay? That's what I'm trying to say. Like if it was as egregious as they claim it being, I don't see why there was never any
Repercussions.
So
Yeah.
for me, the best thing is Cat Williams went in there. He was bitter. He went on this podcast. Everybody's talking about it. Well, when it happened 2 weeks ago. My favorite part is the internet and the followers that they did the homework and started like these videos. There was somebody like took the time to say, let's look back. Like how long do you? It's crazy how change can be done from putting in the work and every individual.
Yeah.
I brought it up, and it's my favorite thing, the Sonic thing. I always bring it up that they peer pressured him and they redid the design, you know. I feel like this is the same thing. Like, you know, when people become famous, they're like, oh, well, this guy said this a long time ago. Like, they do their homework on it. I think that's the best thing ever.
You actually like that shit?
Yeah, I think it's funny. Like, somebody took the fucking time to go back and, like,
I'm going to fuck this motherfucker up.
Like, these videos, like, I didn't come up with these videos. Like,
yeah.
Somebody went back and said,
You
well, you
stole
know
their
what?
content.
I stole the content.
Look, I'm saying my favorite part for that stupid interview was literally him saying that he read 3,000 books. Then he also said that he started reading at like age 2 or 3 or something, and he was like a super genius. So he went to school early, graduated really early, and went to like this super like smart school. But he says that he failed out because he was there and nobody was having fun. I'm like, these are fucking blatant fucking lies. That is just like, why are you lying about this? Nobody looks at Cat Williams. I think it was like, he's the smartest guy I've ever met.
I think it was a camp or maybe like an assignment for a scholarship or it was something competition. And he said that he didn't take it serious because he saw the other guys were like really into it, like they were
in lab
like,
coats and shit.
Yeah, so it wasn't like school wise, like he flunked out because he wasn't having fun. It was like it may have been like a scholarship or something.
Yeah.
He was like, I'm competing against these guys, but these guys are really taking it to heart, and I'm not here for that. I'm here to just kind of bullshit.
For the experience.
I don't know. He said that he moved out of his house at the age of 13 and moved to Florida. And I don't know. I just think like he's.
I don't know that
shit.
one. I think it was easier back then.
He was, yeah, but he's just fucking like literally like a row of fucking lies. You believe that he read 3,000 books a year?
I don't believe that one. Moving out at 13, I believe it.
I don't think so.
I don't know anything about him, so I wouldn't
like
know.
20, 30 years ago?
I mean, how was he going to get a job? It was like even worse for black people back then. What are you talking about?
I don't think it was that bad. I mean, he was in Florida. Florida's all types of crazy.
No, I think it was more than 30 years ago. He's old as fuck. Like, can you pull up Cat Williams' age? Because he said he was closer to 100 than anything.
52.
52? What the fuck? He lied?
1971.
Okay, well,
52, so 30 years ago. No, how old was he?
That would have been 39 years ago when he moved out.
So 40 years ago.
So that would have been like in 1982.
1982?
No, 1985. Let's say 1985.
I think minors could have got a job. He said he was homeless. He didn't say like, oh, I had an apartment in a three bedroom condo. No, he's like, I lived out off of this fucking park because I was homeless. Like, he didn't say like I moved out and I got a good paying job and I had a hotel or whatever. Like, he's like, nah, I would work out. He said I would go to the library. He talks about it. He had a rough life. I believe that one. That one. Why would you make some of that shit up? And he names the parks where he was living at. So
you make it up for sympathy points. What do you mean? Like, nobody can
there's
fact check your
really
life.
yeah. There's no really you can fact check it, but I wouldn't say okay. I'm not certain that what he's saying is a lie. I also don't think that it's the truth. So it's.
I just don't think like I'm not willing to give him the benefit of that. He's just like another really likable person. Like he's not necessarily charismatic.
People have fucked up lives. People gone through shit like that where they don't have a home or whatever, and at like a very young age and had to like work or
I know
live
that.
homeless or shit like that. That's what he said he did.
I know, but it was also coded by a bunch of fucking lies.
On the other things,
like no, the personal stuff were the lies. Not the stuff that he's talking about. I'm not disputing the other stuff. Like, I don't care about the stuff he's saying about other people. I'm talking about his personal stuff.
Right.
All right? That's why I'm saying that I'm not going to believe you. Because if I believe you on this thing, like, do I have to believe you on the other thing? So it's, or vice versa.
You can believe either or.
Exactly.
It's really up to
that's why I'm
wanna
saying.
believe.
I'm like, I just choose not to believe him. Like it doesn't seem like somebody who I would inspire confidence. And like, comedians are known fucking liars.
He's also said like there was another comedian that said he was homeless and he's like, fuck that. He I don't know if it was Steve Harvey, but he was like, he took that shit from me. Like, I was the one actually I was the one that was actually homeless. Like, this guy is telling people he had like a good house and everything. Like,
see, if he's willing to diminish other people's experience, I'm gonna diminish his. I was like, you were not reading 3,000 books. You did not flunk out because you were too good for that school because you're fucking dumb.
But can you believe some of it, not all of it? Like, maybe you don't believe that, but does that mean you can't believe that he was homeless and was working at 13, 14, or that they didn't have a house and ran away or whatever.
I'm not saying that he couldn't run away. Like, he could have done all of that, all right? But the
They had
thing is,
moved to, like, Florida?
whenever you are selling your story, because I think, you know, like, that's what he's doing, you can lie. And that's the thing about, like, you know, like, people in the public eye. They can lie, and we can choose to believe them or not, all right?
Yeah.
He benefits from the sympathy that he gets from his story, right? You say he had a fucked up life and stuff, but you can't really verify anything, right? So I don't have to give him that sympathy because he's just not really like not really that charismatic to me. Like, it doesn't inspire confidence. Yeah, and that's my personal opinion. You know? Yeah, but no, I don't believe he was like the super genius he's trying to sell to the world. Yeah, but I think he's funny.
You think he's funny?
Yeah, I think he had said that he went on a stand up, or he wasn't even 18. I think he said he needed money, so he went on stage and started saying jokes and shit. And that was the other thing. Like, he didn't just like bash people. He kind of had like an agenda of who he was attacking, because he also gave props to like Dave Chappelle. He gave props to Bernie Mac. He gave props to that other comedian that we just saw, the one that said Steve Harvey's joke. So it wasn't like he was just like shitting on people. He also gave certain people their flowers and like, okay, like, yeah, for them, like. And Shannon Sharp trying to set him up like for he was like, hey, you were on the Friday movies. Like, they said that Ice Cube didn't pay. Did you see that part?
Yes.
And he was like, fuck that. Whoever said that is he's an idiot. So it wasn't like his whole podcast, he was just like shitting people. He was kind of.
But he didn't really disprove the point. All he said was like, whenever you go to like to the fucking flea market, he's like, what the fuck do you expect? It's not a place of money. That's not exactly what they said.
Yeah.
You know, in that movie, it did become a fucking cult classic and stuff.
Yeah, and he didn't. What I was saying is that he didn't shit on him. He didn't say like, well, yeah, he didn't fucking pay anything.
No, you're basically just calling someone stupid for being like, well, you're here. You know, that doesn't discredit the point that was made. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, I was like, look, if you use it and took it to your advantage, because that movie did become huge, which it's a win. But you know, at the end of the day, if that movie ended up being the big success that it is, and you saw money out of it, why don't you like split the profits? That's an okay question to ask.
I think that's a different topic.
The thing was saying that like after the success of the movie, he didn't pay.
For the people that don't know, well, I think it was he didn't pay. Like, he didn't give everybody like a fair. Like, not everybody's contract was the same.
No, but that's the same. That's every movie.
That's
so, yeah,
he's saying he didn't pay. That's what they were going at. Not that he didn't pay after the movie. I think it was like everybody's contract. It wasn't like we paid him a lot of money to be this part or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, he got mad because someone was saying that they swapped parts on him and stuff. Like, did you?
That was a separate. Yeah, like that podcast.
There's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, it was really a lot to kind of just.
Should I watch it?
No,
or at this point, there's no point.
As hell.
I was.
I mean, but after what we've discussed here, is there a point in watching it?
There's
for me, knowing to me.
I think it's on social media. It kind of died down already.
Yeah, like watch the highlights maybe.
It kind of died down already, but
a lot of people. These the highlights?
A lot of people were talking about it. Well,
that's what I'm asking. Like, is there a point for me to watch it?
Well, it's just because.
Well, you can.
I don't know. It's because the thing is, okay, I see his picture. I know who he is.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I've ever seen a special of his. Maybe I've seen clips here and there. I don't have a reason why I haven't seen it. Just never seen it. So then it's like.
Yeah, he's really funny. I think.
Yeah, I mean, I don't.
Yeah,
doubt
it's just the thing is like whenever I watch like interviews and stuff. All right, like I was telling him I don't like how Shannon Sharp like interviews because he's like an audience member there asking like questions from the crowd and stuff. It doesn't feel like he's someone with power. And the thing is like the way like he talks, like he's talking like a fan, right? Instead of being like in a room with like, you know, like you're in my show, we have the same power right now. And it doesn't necessarily like he. I think Cat Williams kept calling him out. That he's like, you were supposed to be asking these questions to the other people that were on here, and he's like, well, I didn't know any of this counter arguments.
Right.
You know, and so throughout the entire time, you could tell that he didn't want to, like, you know, come off the wrong way, which is normal in an interview. But it just didn't feel like you were watching somebody interviewing someone correctly. It's just like a fan talking to someone, and he's talking about real shit.
So
I get you. I get you.
The other thing about it was, I know you asked if you should watch it or not. The people took this and ran with it. So everybody knew about it, but it was kind of since the year had just like it was a new year, so people would send his pictures. Like social media would send a picture of him, and they said, "If I send you this means I'm gonna call everybody out that's next to you." Like, so they kind of did their own twist to it, and now it's a running meme. Yeah, it's a running meme. Like, if I send you this, that means I'm standing on business, and I'm gonna tell you the truth or whatever. The beans and shit. Or I'm gonna spill the beans or sipping tea or like it's part of it was that it was good, and the other part was that people fucking took it and ran with it and made it bigger than I think what it is. Yeah,
but to summarize all this, I like when J. Cole talked about Kanye. Like, he's all like, I don't need to be, starting shit just to sell you my latest little sneakers. And that's basically, this is, you're just kicking up dirt and hoping somebody retaliates. Because Kevin Hart basically just like replied, he's like, you let your anger out. And he's like, and check out my new movie trailer or something. So there's a lot of beef said, a lot of
resentment.
We should get him on the Guru Clash.
Yeah.
have them fight it out.
He looks like he bites.
Have them fight it out.
Yeah.
Well, I don't remember. So there used to be a game. I don't know if you knew about it. I don't think Danny knew about it. It was called Def Jam.
Yeah.
I think Cat Williams was one of the characters. I could be wrong. I think it was the New York one.
I don't remember.
So it was a fighting.
Joe Budden was on
it was a fighting style game, and it was
all rappers.
It was all rappers.
Yeah.
Eminem and Ice Cube, Snoop Dogg.
The guy with the watch, Flavor Flav was on there.
Method Man.
Like the 50 Cent game?
No, 50 Cent was like a first person.
Yeah, that was like a Grand Theft.
And 50 Cent, I think, came out on it as well. Fat Joe. Like, that one had nothing but artists, like rappers.
Yeah.
And they were fighting, and it was like a Mortal Kombat game. Like, there wasn't like special abilities, really cool. but they had like wrestling moves and everything. Yeah, it was pretty really cool. They should fucking remake that shit.
I don't know, because right now, like I think they said
it would be pretty cool to put like a mumble rapper versus like a Tupac, but like do like a shitload of fucking artists.
Well,
like
I was gonna say
30, 40 artists.
They would charge a ton of money, but then again, like literally, like games make more money than movies and music combined.
Just do it as DLCs, like you buy the character you want to fight with.
Yeah, you could definitely do
put
that.
Or you could make it in
it's basically fucking Fortnite.
You get but you could do it like a Super Smash like a style. It's like
it's a platformer,
and stuff. And you.
I
got,
think
like,
this one was like
in
a subway, and I think there was items. I don't remember.
And it was like you said, like Mortal Kombat. I think you could throw them through the walls and stuff.
And they're like fighting, like kicking and punching, but you also had like they had their special moves, and it was like wrestling moves. Like
I really like.
There was one that
really good game. It's called Def Jam.
There was one. I think he was like the pastor or something, and whenever he would do the power bomb, he would carry the guy in his back, and he would have him like in a cross, and then he would fucking slam him.
Yeah.
Damn, GameCube. What the hell?
There was more than one. I had the one on the left hand side.
Def Jam Vendetta, and I think the New York was the one that had.
Yeah, I had the New York.
Ludacris.
Look at the bottom. It has all the pictures. Is that Snoop Dogg at the
one?
Yeah, that one. Yeah, it looks Snoop Dogg.
Exhibit.
Ice-T. Oh, I forgot Sean Paul's there.
What the hell?
Yeah.
That's the one that says that he has the right temperature.
Busta Rhymes. Yeah. Oh yeah, an Exhibit. Oh shit! Yeah, no, this game was really fun.
and that was just a crew. Like there was multiple ones.
Yeah, like this Crow's crew. Yeah, no, that was really cool. It was like its own little thing that was,
it
really
was pretty cool.
Awesome. Yeah, but yeah, well, let's go ahead and end this.
We have to end this. I know, but everything that's good comes to an end. I'm a little upset though. I drank more than you guys. Look at. Well, I just got this one. I was gonna open it, but the episode ended. Look at that fool over there.
I was kind of scared.
We're tied now.
Ooh, yeah, technically you are if you just opened it.
He hasn't even opened it.
Because I couldn't.
It's probably gonna explode.
It's not a twisty, and this fool kept that thing that explodes.
Damn, I'm so proud of you.
We're all equal now.
Ooh.
I hate equality.
Well, with that, we'll leave you guys.
I think this is the perfect time to end it. now we're getting what Danny really feels.
There's like a clip of just me saying that, like 2-second clip, like, oh, look what Danny said.
Just put that as the blooper.
He controls it. No, he's not gonna put the blooper.
In fact, that didn't happen. No, it's there. It's there. We'll leave that one.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us
For after hours content. Subscribe to
Patreon.
our
Or Rick's OnlyFans, where he shows scary stuff.
fans only.
Whoa.
Or like horror stuff, like
Okay.
Horror stuff?
That makes it better.
After I said horror, I was like, damn it, he's gonna say that.
All right, then. Peace.
Out.